Hey there, it's Farmer Brad, and I am reskinning the top of this mega Peterson Chicken Tractor. It is a 10 by 10, and to help if we get some rain and the tarp not sag in the middle, because 10 feet wide is a pretty big gap compared to the 8 feet wide one like that. So I went ahead and applied some paracord in a zigzag pattern to add some additional support. Now over here on the front, since that's where I typically do the feeding, I like to take the underneath side of the tarp, put the hardware cloth, the wiggle wire across there, and then I fold the whole thing over. Now what I do is I pull it tight, put the wiggle wire on the back, and then the roof should be good. This is I think it's a 14 by 12. No, it's a 12 by 16 tarp. So I like having the extra on the sides because it allows the overhang, because when it comes to predators, this area is typically, because there's hardware cloth up the first 2 feet, but if you don't have it cinched down, then predators could get in there. But I'll get this cinched down tight, and then we should be good for that. Then we got to build those two waters there, get them hanging and set up for the chickens. So a free way of getting some nice 3.5 gallon buckets is actually going to your local grocery store. If they have a bakery where they do cakes, let me show you what I got. I just asked them for their free frosting bucket, and this is actually a 90 mil bucket, and I'm just putting water nipples in there. 8 of them on a 3.5 gallon bucket gives great spacing. So now I have both of these. I'll put the lids on and get them set up in the chicken tractor. So here I'm tying a lark's head knot on here and then just looping it, but you can easily put together several carabiners in order to get it the right height. For my chickens, I'll want it about that high. So I now have both these chicken waters hooked up, and there's float valves in there. And then I got it routed like this, so it keeps it all nice and tidy. And then I have it go through here and then out the back. And then I have a shutoff valve and a garden hose adapter. So I went ahead and put a 10 by 10 chicken tractor in the pasture to platter platform, and trying to give the chickens 1.5 square feet per bird. I think it gave me 58 birds could go in there, but I'm just going to put 40 in there since I got the other chicken tractor, and kind of get them distributed a little bit more evenly. So now gonna get the birds and put 40 of them in there. This is what a 10 by 10 looks like with 10 meat birds in here. I got the garden hose hooked up to the water spigot, and these buckets are filling up, and they'll stop with the float valve. Ended up going with 45 birds in the mega Peterson chicken tractor. Now I gotta move the other chicken tractor next to it and get the rest of the birds situated there. Here's the chicken tractors. We got 40 in this one and 35 in this one. So I got the chicken tractors. This one I got recovered, and then I got 45 birds in there, and I got 35 in that one. So now I'm going to show how to move it. Now I'll move them before filling up or hooking up the garden hose, because you want it to be lighter for you. So I'll move them and then hook up the garden hose, and it will go smoothly. Now I'm gonna go hook the garden hose up to the water spigot. I got a gator lock for on here. That way it's easier for my kid to do it. And then the water will be filling up. Since I've already moved it, they'll be lighter. And now I can start feeding them. I'm using a 22% non-GMO start to finish meat bird. It's non-medicated, and I just pretty much feed it in the trough. I'm at the point now where these birds are eating about 50 pounds of feed per day. And then the next time I do a pull, I'll do like a 90% pull. That way they can clean up any additional feed that is left over. And now to cover this back up and then lock the hardware. So there's a hardware here and in that corner that keeps this all latched down. Then I just use a transport crate to just kind of keep the edges of the tarp down. I hope this video was helpful. Just showing you retarping that chicken tractor and kind of the process I do in feeding and watering the meat birds. They are, yeah, so they're about a week and a half out. I had to push back the butcher date a week, but they're really adding nice weight and doing a good job. And thanks again for Kalmbach Feeds. I'm really happy with the 22% meat maker. Make sure if you're not subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, please do that. That really helps out the algorithm, and let your friends know if they're interested in this homesteading chicken, poultry content. Until next time, now is a great time to homestead. Bye.